Alright, I'm just trying to soften the clay a little because I'm not doing any more digging today. I mean, it's a nice solid basin, but between today and overnight, it's not supposed to rain, but this water should actually absorb into the ground. And if it doesn't, I'll just shovel it out, because the more you go, the deeper the water will go and it'll soften more dirt. So you can't do this all the time and it's going to stick to the shovel and it's going to be a little bit of a mess, but it's actually not too bad digging the clay that's there. But these top layers, I don't know if you can see them, they were way nicer digging because they were damp. Well, I'm starting to get to the drier clay and it's still damp down there, but not as damp as these top several feet have been. So I'm going to waste some water, put it in there, and it's just going to soften this clay, and hopefully it doesn't dry out throughout the day, but because I won't get a chance to work on it until tomorrow. I doubt I'll be out tonight to work on it. So eventually that water will seep down, and I'm going to cover this up partially so the heat of the day don't dry it out like a swimming pool, and maybe the heat will help it, the heat it does hit it. So we'll see. That'll be like an experiment. I'll check it later, and most of this water should absorb in the ground. It's almost like a solid clay basin though, so it's a chance that the water will stay, or some of it will stay, but we'll find out, because once it softens that clay, it usually sleeps in. If not today, tomorrow, and it'll still make nicer dig, and I don't care how much it sticks to the shovel. So I'm definitely going to put some boards over it and a couple chairs so people don't walk in it thinking it's a mud puddle. What I'm going to do first is I was just going to fill it partially. I think I'm going to fill it to the top and see how long. I'm going to sit out here a little bit and see if the water actually drops down in an hour, half hour, 10 minutes, whatever. For the amount of water that's there, it's not that much, and it's all going to be beneficial because whatever seeps in the ground is only going to soften the dirt and the ground around the area of where I'm digging. Now, granted, if this was a soupy mud, you'd want one of those dig boxes like they have, so the earth doesn't come tumbling in and encapsulate you. So that's the downside of making all the dirt soft and looser, but it's not going to loosen that much dirt or that much clay in this area. It'll go in a little bit, and most of it will go straight down, and then whatever's not there, this is going to be like a little swimming muck hole. So if we as kids, we'd be standing in there playing right now. If we as big kids, I'd be in there standing there digging. I'm just using it to soften the ground, and I figured out what the heck. Might as well YouTube it. I was just thinking, man, that would make a nice in-ground pool. All this clay around us, I got a good 20 feet. I could dig 20 by 20. That would make a nice clay indoor pool. Well, at least the outdoor pool, and then later build a room over it. This clay makes a nice base. I bet you I could make a heck of a nice pool base and then just get a pool liner around it, because this stuff is tough as concrete. Especially when it's dry and you're trying to dig it in the summertime. If you feel like digging a while, feel free to come on over. Shovel digging only. I don't want no tools messing up my sand. Power auger would be nice. Drop down a couple holes, as long as we didn't hit the water pipe. So here we are filling in the muck hole, and it's not mucky yet, it's dry clay. Well, damp to dry clay, so. Looks like mini Lake Erie, except without a big shovel in it. They're a mosquito. One was a mini fly, the other looked like a mosquito. It was one of that mini flies with the green in it, had the alien looking face. The other one looked like a alien looking mosquito. Might have been a midget, since you're not allowed to call them Canadian soldiers anymore. I always wondered if they called them Lake Erie soldiers or American soldiers on the other side, but apparently they call them midgets now, because you're not allowed to call them, you're not allowed to identify them as Canadian or American, because they're just bugs. So they're midgets. But the other one actually looked like a mosquito, so I don't know, that's American, Canadian, foreign, government made, hibernation, cybernation. Alright, I'm flooding the yard, I gotta go.